but we know that Rispoli, our pole sitter, is the form rider. Will Saddlemen have had a discussion between their two riders about what they need to do?
You know, I mean, it was really each man for himself at this point. Trying to make like team orders when you're this close and both have the potential to win the championship. Everybody for themselves. Elbows out, let's get her done. You know, I think that was the discussion last night, is let's beat James.
Every man for themselves and every agent for themselves as well. Rod, you'd imagine that there's been a few discussions that have been had about what to do with the bonus money if there's a championship on the line.
It's tough, a tough position. That's what you want as a team, but it also, man, it makes it tricky.
See here, 32 rider field for this 7-lap race. It's James Rispoli on the pole as the red lights come on and go out. And it looks like a great start once again from Jake Lewis from the outside the front row. Number 85 gets himself into a position to take the whole shot into turn 1. Corey West, our championship leader, is in 3rd position. And it looks like James Rispoli, our pole setter, in 2nd spot. Our top 3 in the championship, 1, 2 and 3. And Dominic Doyle in 4th as Corey Alexander tries to attack down in towards turn 3 and up towards the keyhole. And the arch bike trying to move into the top 5 spots. Makes that move nice and clean. But Rog, we've got our top 3 away at the front.
That's what they're going to try to do. See Dominic Doyle trying to get in the draft of the Harleys. Look at the arch bike there. It fits. Going to try to make a move on this back straightaway.
Let's see now for Corey Alexander using that draft on the run down in towards turn 6. We'll see if he's able to attack. Not quite close enough, but Corey West looks like he's close enough to try and ghost a move there alongside his teammate as Corey Alexander goes the long way around the outside there, Roland.
Yeah, he's making his moves early.
Out in front, and Corey Alexander trying to make the move on Corey West. Down the back straight up to use that draft, holds that inside line on the number 23 bike. And Corey West, though, really late on the brakes there to hold off Corey Alexander. As once again, though, Alexander able to carry that roll speed, Rod. But for Rispoli, he's still got those couple of bike lengths in hand. And still able to hold them off. Corey West, though, coming back in the draft compared to his teammate, the 85 of Jake Lewis. We've seen it a few times with Corey West on the number 1 plate, very late on the brakes, down into 6, still able to get that bike stopped around the outside of his teammate. Great move from West. That's how you earn the 1 plate. And you can see here for Corey West under pressure from his teammate Jake Lewis. This is where we saw Lewis strong last time around against James Rispoli, able to hold that tighter line compared to Corey West, and gets in underneath his teammate. We'll see what the drive's like on the exit of turn 4 down towards turn 5 and the kink in the back straight, and Corey West just about able to keep him at bay there, Rog.
You see Corey now knows what he needs to do. He's fighting hard with his teammate. Really strong on the brakes. Look how much he closes down the gap.
How he gets in there so hot and gets the thing turned anyway.
The big thing as well, he's able just to open up that little bit of a gap to Jake Lewis behind as well.
And Corey West with a 29.1 on that last lap. He is flying. That's the fastest lap of the weekend by 3/10.
Yeah, and again for James Rispoli, new personal best last time around, 0.2 of a second slower than Corey West, who gets attacked there by his teammate Jake Lewis. And this is exactly what Rispoli needs. He needs those 2 Saddlemen bikes to fight with one another.
And this is what we built the Super Hooligan Championship for, was this type of scrap, this type of battle. And neither Jake or Corey are giving an inch in this one.
Once again, we see that West trying to be as deep as he can into that corner, but this time around it's Jake Lewis that's able to make up the bike lengths and get himself into a position to attack James Rispoli. And Lewis knows that if he wins this race, he wins the championship. And you can see exactly what his game plan is with 2.5 laps to go. Just piling the pressure on here in Rispoli. And this is where it's really difficult for James as well, Rog. You know that you're under pressure, you know you're under attack, and you know you have to win the race.
Yeah, these two are kind of pulling a little bit of a gap on Corey West. We'll see if he's able, the last sector of this track, able to close it down.
And just coming down in towards those last couple of corners now with 2 laps to go when they come across the line. And it's a 2-rider fight at the front right now because Corey West just that little bit behind right now. But Jake Lewis with a mistake, that's going to let Corey West come through. And the Saddlemen bikes change places there. James Rispoli now with 2 laps to go with a healthy lead over his pursuers, and Corey West on that number 1 bike still in his position to win the championship. And Rog, this is where it is now a case for the Saddlemen team. They know that Corey West has the chance to win the championship. Big time to make up now, and James Rispoli with 2 laps to go.
It's going to be tough to make that up. Almost a second lead.
Jake Lewis looking so strong too. What a shame he made that mistake.
You can see there through this section of track once again through 2, 3 and into 4. That's where his bike's working well, and he's got the draft now to give himself the chance to get alongside his teammate Corey West. But we know that down in towards turn 6, West is strong. West needs to make sure he's able to hold off his teammate, but look at Jake Lewis getting that inside line and able to get himself back up into P2. Corey Alexander coming back into this fight as well, and it's a problem for West. And that is our championship leader, our reigning champion. He's out of this one. And for Corey West, no chance to win the championship. James Rispoli now in the championship winning position.
Jake losing out on those 2 races is making, you know, that's the scenario that we're running right now. Corey West not being able to do it. And now we got James Rispoli looking at his first Super Hooligan National Championship. 1 more corner to go.
4 wins in a row for James Rispoli, and that all-important 25 points gets him the 2025 Mission Super Hooligans Championship, and a great performance in the second half of this year from James Rispoli. He takes the win by 3/4 of a second from Jake Lewis. James Rispoli rolls down pit lane, and Rog, when you're able to get a championship like this, he's only led the championship for these last couple of laps effectively, but these are the only couple of laps that matter. And you can see exactly what it meant for our champion James Rispoli. And interesting, over the course of a 10-race season, all 3 of our championship contenders 2 non-scores, and for our top 2 in the championship, Rispoli, and for Jake Lewis, 4 wins, 7 podiums apiece. And for James Rispoli, that 4 race wins in a row comes with a margin of 0.8 of a second over Jake Lewis at the end. Yesterday it was a second between them, and Dominic Doyle able to back himself up with another podium finish. Well, as it is, the championship is won by James Rispoli by a 4-point margin at the end from Jake Lewis, and Corey West came into this race with his 5-point championship advantage, ends up 19 points back in 3rd spot.